Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of I Build a Thing within Game Builder Garage, and we're back with the flight simulator again. If you haven't been watching the channel for like the past month or so at this point, you may not be aware that I've literally started a project where I try and build a flight simulator in Game Builder Garage that is more similar to that of the actual flight simulators in the actual world. So this one, as a bit of a refresher, we got as far as building a title screen, but we do need to finish up the character selector. We're not going to start probably starting with some of the world building in the next part of the thing. So this is only like half of the thing itself, so let's get right into building the next part of it. Alright, so I started another game thing because when we have our title screen, you know, we have it on a flat plane that is not really that great for putting in anything like for putting in the entire game. Also, instead of a camera, we were using a game screen in there, so we really cannot use that to do flight simulation. So what I've done is that I've done a tactic that I've been meaning to put in for all this, and that is to start another world that is the actual simulation itself. So what I'm first gonna do is I'm gonna start by changing things out a bit, because we need to because what we need to do is we need to change the world to look like a globe, you know, as it should be. Because we are trying to go for a tinge of accuracy here. And yeah. And if I could find where the whole change world thing is, or where the thing that changes how the world looks in this game, then we'll be right on our way. And we've found it. Good. And what we need to do is we need to make it a sphere. And the world appearance we are going to change to grass, because, you know, realism. And world material is normal, all that stuff. Because, you know, we want it to be kind of realistic. Size I'm not going to worry about changing just yet. We'll see how it all plays out when we actually get the stuff built and stuff. But for now, we'll bring up the we will bring in another camera object and start doing the thing there. Yeah, and start out with a good old camera. And I just deleted that one. That's not good. And we'll start out there, because what I need to do is, and we're going to put it really high because we need to, because I want to see the curvature of this thing, you know? Because what will happen is we'll just do whatever it takes to do the thing. And probably in the center of wherever our thing is, we will just hide the code there. Let's see if I'm high enough to do that. No, I am not. I have to keep going up until I literally reach the top of the world, because it's just a matter of that. And yeah, the only problem I may have with building this, though, is the fact that because clearly with our world being a sphere, we've literally already reached the top, and that's a bit concerning. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to make the world a bit smaller. I'm going to say about 195. We want to have some elevation here. That's the thing. That's one of the big things I'm going for. I'm probably going to go for like 180, I think. I think we'll go with the 180. Because we're on a sphere, it's locked. So let's just see. Everything's locked to 1. I'm going for 180 because I want that illusion of size, but But you know, because we are kind of limited on how big we can get it. And I think we're there. I'm just going to tilt our little camera thing down, I think. Because, yeah, another little thing I gotta do is just make sure that everything, that the sky is actually a sky at this point. Because that just seems to be a bit of a problem here. Because for some reason, there's no sky. Where'd the sky go? Also, for now, I'm also going to program in the camera for now, just to make sure that we can, just so we can see things. This will be a bit of a debug, but probably once I get done with the programming, we'll just do an up, down, left, right. Yeah, so because conceptually, I just want to be able to see that I can just have a globe and I can navigate around it and stuff. It is kind of limited, I will say. One thing I've noticed about Game Builder Garage is that these spheres aren't really intended to be used as like actually what they are, like to be used as a surface for things like planes and stuff. That will be an issue I'll have to overcome in the future, I think. What I'm probably going to do is I'm also going to make a little I may put down a person for now and just see if I can get them to move. Again, this is just a simple debug just to make sure that everything works out alright. Because this is actually a bit on the... Because it is a little bit challenging and a bit odd for Game Builder Garage to do this. And also, yeah, you see what I mean when I say that this is like a bit of a... We're kind of on a bit of an issue with this. So as I kind of walk this little world that I've created, I realize that the sphere, I can see like right to the bottom of it. And I can't really be on the top because I think what they're expecting of me is that I build within the sphere and not outside of the sphere, like an actual globe. What I'm going to do is I am going to change it to basically a flat plane. I didn't really want to have to do this because of how Game Builder Garage literally, because I wanted to have a sense of realism in this game and make it where it's like, where it looks like an actual kind of representation of a globe, like everything should be. Unfortunately, that isn't really the case. But otherwise, there were other complications that would have to be involved in the code. Otherwise, because of like issues with gravity, because I was planning on using the default physics engine of Game Builder Garage because I honestly am not in the mood to handle any of the math or have Game Builder Garage handle that math for me at this point due to how basic its math systems are. But anyways, so yeah. So I've changed it to a bit of a planar design, so it's just a flat surface. I didn't kind of want to do this, but oh well. I was really hoping that I could get a spheroid world to make it slightly realistic, but I guess I can't do that. But anyway, so yeah. I'm probably going to put in the code that decides what plane you selected. And this way you can just easily go in on the game and just start playing around with things. So what we need is the swap game. We need all the data from it. Because let's see, we've got the keyword. We're going to edit that to plane. I think I already have it set to plane. Because let's just connect all the games together, and the game keyword will be the game thing, I guess. But yeah, do without title. Alright, so I did make a bit of a change. So supposedly the whole swap to swap from thing is supposedly where you can enter a value by doing a thing. The way I had it was where if you pressed A, it would do the whole trigger from one thing, and then when it went through the AND gate, it would make sure that it was the value that you had requested. But then it would go to calculator. But now what I've done is I made it where it would go to calculator, and it would multiply. And provided that it doesn't happen, the output is a 0. So, you know. And if it does happen, it'll be a 1. So it just ends up being 1 times whatever the counter is. So if it's like 3 or something like that, it'll be just outputting 3. Unless I didn't press the A button, in which case it's just 0. But anyways, so let's just test this out a bit. And unfortunately it still doesn't do the thing, because I just gotta get the keywords to match up. And I think I'll do that by changing the name of the no title of the game itself, just to like Flight Simulator or something like that. Because yeah. Let's just see if it does the work. Alright, so a little bit of an update that I just realized. I was able to get the things to work and talk to each other, except for the title screen, which I really wanted to get done. But if I launch into the actual game itself, and I programmed it to where for debugging purposes I just press Y, it loads me back to the title screen. So I'm definitely going to mess with that in the next video. But anyways, yeah. Otherwise, I think I'm going to end this video here. If you like what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe. There's some more content coming out in the next while. But anyways, yeah, that's been it for today's video. And bye.